what a royal defeat indeed. After Prince Harry's most recent High Court humiliation, he's been fined £500,000. What the deuce is going on? Well, make sure you subscribe to this channel and stay tuned for more details in this Daily Nerd starting right now. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to another dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the news and pop culture stories of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, don't think Meghan Markle is going to be too happy about this one. But before I jump into all the juicy details, there's a little bit of housekeeping. Firstly, YouTube human reviewer, I see you looking. I'm not going to say any trigger words or anything that's going to offend your ear holes. And to everyone else awesome enough to have clicked on this video, hey up, how are you all doing? If you've got some strong feelings about this one, and I bet you do, make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. Let's have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And, oh yeah, let's jump into this one, shall we? So, remember when Prince Harry lost his case to try and pay for armed police guards for when he and his family visit the UK? That was like completely thrown out of court. Well, at this point, he might have to pay up to the High Court now, with the possibility that he could be charged full costs for the High Court suit, put at £500,000, $500,000. Tell you something, that big massive Netflix deal, the book, Spotify deals and the like, definitely come in handy for this one, don't you think, guys? Harry's taxpayer-funded protection was removed when he did step back in what is known as Megxit and moved to North America with Meghan Markle back in January 2020. Now, according to figures obtained by the Freedom of Information Request, otherwise known as an FOI, £199,978.52, nearly 200 grand, guys, of taxpayers' money has gone towards the government's legal department costs in this case. In addition to this, there's £93,268 that's been spent on general counsel, £660 on court fees, £2,958 on email disclosure, and, can't forget the courier, £16.55, the paper claims. Now, the ruling comes amid the High Court trial in which Prince Harry was bringing a claim against the Mirror Group newspapers over allegations of unlawful information gathering, what's known as the phone hacking trial, which is currently ongoing at the moment. And it is said that next month, Prince Harry will be taking the stand in that trial. So make sure you definitely subscribe to this channel because I will be keeping you updated on that one as it happens. Last week, he paid for a Casey and 3 other barristers to argue in court that his alternative offer to pay for basically armed police protection should be reconsidered. Now, why was Prince Harry so hell-bent on wanting to get this done? It's because if he brings in his own bodyguards, his own protection from America, they can't carry anything. Is against our laws. They can't have a firearm, they can't have a taser, they can't have pepper spray, they can't have batons, they can't have nothing. Zilch, okay? The only protection force that's allowed is a special unit within our police kind of sector situation going on, right? So that's why he's so hell-bent on trying to get this done, guys. Barristers representing the police and Home Office, though, said armed officers could not be expected to place themselves in harm's way and potentially stop a projectile to protect a paying customer. Exactly. They're not bodyguards. That's the problem with Prince Harry's request. They're not bodyguards, guys. They're the police force. Allowing Harry to buy his own police protection would create a two-tier system that only the wealthy could exploit, the argument went. High Court Judge Sir Martin Chamberlain refused the Prince's permission to apply for judicial review of the rejection of his payment offer. And yeah, that's the other problem, right? If they did allow Prince Harry to pay for armed officers for his and his family's protection, the problem with that is, yeah, it does create a two-tier system. The police force, at the end of the day, are taxpayer funded and so should protect the public no matter whether that person has money or not, right? The moment you start allowing private wealthy individuals to buy the police force is when then potentially certain biases could come into play. So their whole ethos of, serving and protecting all, well, we'll only serve and protect you if you've got the right amount of cash. You see where I'm coming from? So yeah, it's good that they stopped it because that two-tier system that it would have created was a very distinct possibility, a very dangerous possibility. The judge said that the three barristers representing the Home Secretary, which I suppose you could say for Americans, Secretary of State, and Metropolitan Police had shown that there was nothing illogical about the view that allowing such an offer would have set an unacceptable precedent. Oh yeah, I agree it would have been an unacceptable precedent. Hells yeah. And he threw out Harry's claim that he should have been consulted over the refusal to let him pay by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, known as RAVOC. The thing is, why would he be consulted? That's absolutely arrogant of Prince Harry to think that. At the end of the day, RAVOC is an independent committee. Why the deuce would they think, do you know what, we're going to consult Prince Harry on this one? The arrogance of Hazard, I'm telling you. Referring to the prince as a principal and the claimant, Sir Martin said it's not obvious why fairness demanded that one particular principal be afforded the opportunity to make formal representations on that issue. In any event, RAVOC knew the claimant considered he should be permitted to pay for protective security from the Metropolitan Police Service. This is all this. It's all BS. It's not happened. It's never happened. It never will happen. There has been no cases, from my knowledge, whereby a wealthy individual has paid the police force in order to obtain armed protection whilst in the UK. So why does Prince Hazard think that he is any different or any special? We can do one. What the deuce? What the deuce? There's no precedent. There's no legal precedent for it. Prince Harry basically talking out of his freaking backside, guys. The judge also pointed out that Prince Harry's barristers, lawyers, had argued without success that RAVOC had no right to reject his cash and that the Met's commissioner should be asked to consider it instead. He said that Sir Mark Rowley had made it clear he would reject Harry's offer to pay for armed guards too. The police have pointed out that when they do take payments, such as for providing security at football matches, it's generally on private land and would not involve potentially leaving London. There are also strict rules surrounding firearms. Sir Martin said wealthy individuals paying for police guards was different in kind from the police services provided at, for example, sporting or entertainment events, because they involve the deployment of highly trained specialist officers, of whom there are limited a number and who are required to put themselves in harm's way. Exactly. There's no precedent. There's no example where a wealthy individual has been allowed to essentially buy the police force for protection. So Prince Hazard, why does he think he's any freaking different? Right? He's left the royal family. He ain't part of the royal family anymore, right? He's done. Especially with everything that is that has happened since they left. Do you know what I mean? It's over. It's over. It is reported, though, that Prince Harry is set to challenge an application by the government for him to pay the costs it incurred while defending the case last week, which are thought to be at least £8,000. A full hearing on Harry's original challenge on RAVOC's principal decision is yet to be held, and he could also appeal against the most recent ruling. Like, the absolute balls on this dude. Well, should I say blue balls on Hazza, right? Him appealing the most recent ruling about this, okay, that's pretty much to be expected and standard. But to fight against the legal costs that he has to pay because he lost, like, oh my goodness, that is cheeky beyond belief. But with that being said, woo, he's got a legal bill of £500,000 to contend with. Like I said, all those contracts with Netflix, Spotify, the book, and everything else in between is definitely going to help towards that. That's for sure. With that being said, enough with my gob. It's now time for your gob. If you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, there's going to be more. Make sure you hit on that subscribe button. Help us get to 100K so we can get that silver play button right there. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever on this one. Also, as well, if you do have some strong opinions about it, and I bet you do, make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. Let's have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.